Hey, what's up? I'm back. I'm over here sitting in line to get some barbecue. So, anyway, I want to talk about Megan the Stallion and Tory Lanez. I'm really feeling a certain kind of way. I want y'all to look at DJ Academics. I think he did this video 3 days ago. See, the industry knows what happened with Megan the Stallion. Okay? We're the ones that don't. I do believe DJ Academics know. Allegedly. He knows. And I think he said it on his last live. If y'all would have heard him, go back and look at him. He basically told you what the fuck was happening. So DJ Academic is in his feelings because Megan mentioned him all through that court case where they said Tory Lanez violated the protection order, which I don't think it was based upon him, but they actually used him in the process of making Tory Lanez came up with another $100,000, which is equivalent to $10,000 in bondsman, whatever. So he's on a $350,000 bond. He has put up 35,000 of his money. We all know Tory Lanez is what his net worth is like 10 million, so he has the money for that. The DA wanted to do 5 million, which would have probably hurt his ass, but the judge was like, for what? Like, I mean, she can say. My thing is this: she talking, and she can say what she say. I guess because she's the victim, of course. However, if you're truly the victim and you want justice on your case, then you don't need to talk about it. Okay? And I think that's what the biggest issue is her just talking about why you feel free to talk about it. If it's sold up, then it's sold up. You don't need to be talking about it. So I think if y'all go look at DJ Academics, he said a lot of like trash, but then he said I I don't know why they mentioning me because I'm not the one that was in that foolishness. I wasn't in that shit where y'all listen to what he says, y'all. Fighting each other over guns, chasing each other down, and acting a fool in the street. That was a lot. He wasn't just talking in general, especially since he's saying Rock Nation gave him the information about Tory Lanez's fingerprints wasn't on the gun. Then all of a sudden, all these A-list celebrities is unfollowing Megan. Y'all gotta see through it. But basically, he got mad because he was mentioned in that case when he didn't shoot her, but he said a lot. They were fighting over the gun, and that is what the evidence showed. This is allegedly, but he basically told y'all what the fuck happened. They was drunk, acting fools, fighting over the gun. They don't know who shot what. It's very possible she could have shot herself if they was fighting over the gun. Come on, let's be real. Go back and look at his live. Listen to it. He's he's not saying it verbatim, but basically, what has he said that didn't wasn't real? What has he said that hasn't been truth, including the fact that his fingerprints wasn't found on the gun? Come on, y'all. Hold on.
How are you?
Can I have a link dinner and a real dinner? With potato salad and rice dressing on both. And can I have two you got pies? Can I have two sweet potato pies and two big reds?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give me something to eat, you know. But yeah, that is some crazy shit. It's crazy. And I don't even think people realize he just basically said what happened. The big industry video that
It's 2911.
the big industry video that is out. No, that is out and about, and nobody really know what it says. He just told y'all, and y'all didn't even recognize it. Go back and look at his video, cause it's he basically said they were all fighting over the gun. They was all fighting over the gun, and they don't know. Thank you. They don't know who shot who. She could have possibly shot herself. Y'all hear them hood noises? That's the hood, y'all. That's how it is in the hood. Yeah, I think a girl shot herself in the foot. Well, I don't think she shot herself in the foot. I think the gun went off and she had it. And then um she had the gun. It shot the ground and she got the scrap. It made sense because for her to get that scrap metal in her foot like that, the bullet had to hit the ground at a close proximity. DJ Academics done told y'all, and y'all didn't even hear it. Y'all wasn't even listening to him. Listen to him because when he says something, he's very specific. But he's basically indirectly then told y'all what happened. Megan shot her own self in the fucking foot. The industry fucking know. Allegedly. We're gonna say allegedly. But she shot herself in the foot. That shit is crazy. The fact that his fingerprints is not on the magazine. Like, who have a gun and your fingerprints not on the magazine? Like, what kind of shit is that? Now, that's not something you could sage and write off right away. Basically, you didn't load the gun, but there's four other people fingerprints on there. It's so many fingerprints on the gun that it's inconclusive. They know who fingerprints is on that fucking gun. And that's why I feel like the DA came at him like that because they already know they look like fucking fools supporting this shit. A is not adding up. But it does add up if they were fighting over the gun. And then what DJ Academic said is, oh, I wasn't part of that martyr. I wasn't fighting over no guns. I wasn't like them fools. I wasn't fighting over. Listen to what he said. I wasn't fighting over guns. I wasn't breaking windows. We know a window was broke. How did that happen? In the scenario she gave. He said I wasn't fighting over no gun. I wasn't breaking windows. I wasn't chasing behind motherfuckers. That is very specific. Y'all didn't catch that shit. That was very. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. That was very specific. He basically said what happened. And if his facts is not straight, how did he know the facts from the court case before they actually made it public? And then he's saying Rock Nation is the one that gave him the information. Mind you, Jay-Z is not following Megan, and neither is Beyonce. They are the Rock Nation's kings and queens. We know that. Neither one of them is following her. Beyonce didn't unfollowed her. I don't know when, but she has. But y'all need to go back and listen to DJ Academic's video because he basically said was what indirectly, and the bitch probably don't want to say it, but it is what the fuck it is. But we know why he said it. He said, I'm not on nobody's side. I work for the people. You're damn right. And he gave the people the low that the whole industry know. And y'all didn't even listen. Y'all didn't even hear it. But don't take my word. Y'all go back and listen. Y'all gonna see. That man said it. And y'all gonna be doing videos. He was too specific in his details on what he said. He didn't pull his shit out the air. That is what the industry know. Allegedly. We're gonna say allegedly for Megan purposes. But come on, y'all. He ain't been that far fetched. I just kept listening to that video over and over again. I'm like, this something about what he's saying is dead on. So I had played it for somebody else that has like criminal justice experience and kind of gave them the scenario, and they said it kind of sounded like she shot herself in the foot by accident. Like she didn't directly shoot herself in the foot. The gun probably went off in the midst of a tussle, and because she was part of the tussle, it could have, this is allegedly, it could have been displaced. She could have got some scrap in her foot. I mean, a lot of things happen. Like people get grazed by bullets. I know my dad for a fact. My dad was an older person, so I call him and his family like the Wild Wild West because they like was on horses and all that like Southern Indian stuff that I know nothing about because I know nothing about riding on horses. But my dad got a bullet in his forehead, and he he died when he was 77 years old. He I could feel it now. It was between his skin and his skull. It didn't go into his past skull. You could feel the bullet. So I'm like, Dad, how you got that? How you got that bullet in your head? And he said, "Oh, such and such shot at my horse. He shot at me. It hit my horse, and then it ricocheted on me. But it because it ricocheted, it didn't go to his brain to kill him. It actually kind of grazed him, and the bullet fragment was still in his head. I don't think it was the actually bullet in his head. I think it was a fragment. Now, under the circumstances. So anyway, my dad years it healed over. He never had issues with this bullet fragment in his head. But it was very there, it's very prevalent. And so it just made it just that incident, what my dad told me about his situation just brought me up about Megan and her having scrap because the bullet wasn't like shot at her directly, but it was close enough to her to where the fragments went into her. And so that makes a lot of sense, you know. And why the gun flare went off closer to Kelsey, and the fact that the witness said it looked like they was beating Megan ass. Could it be? I'm just asking. Could it be they was tussling over the gun? It went off, ricocheted on the ground. She got some scrap. That's the reason why Tory Lane's hands prints are really not on the gun, and that may be why she acting the way she acting. I'm just saying allegedly, and she might have. Has anybody even thought that it could have went off by accident because they were fighting for the gun and it went in her foot? I mean, I wouldn't have thought that either until I heard DJ Academic's statement 3 days ago. And he said, I don't know why they keep mentioning me in that shit. I wasn't in that shit. I wasn't I wasn't running, fighting over guns. That's what he said. I wasn't fighting over guns, kicking out windows and running behind each other in the street. That's what that man says. You think so, Eric? The best friend shot her in the foot over that meat. Well, did you know the best friend is pregnant, about to deliver for somebody else? Could that be why Megan Thee Stallion is giving her grace because she is her best friend? She did fuck her nigga. She did fuck the girl's man, which was Tory Lanez. Now the girl is pregnant. She is not pregnant for Tory Lanez. She's pregnant for somebody else. Because remember, this story has been going on 3 years. She is pregnant for somebody else. And if y'all look at the pictures on her Kelsey Nicole's Instagram, she's about to pop. But she's very happy. She's happy in her relationship. They just got a new house. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna check with y'all later. Y'all put it in the comments. That's right. You know that's right, Eric. You know that's right. It's good to see you. Glad to see you here. I'm gonna have